Oh, I have a phone. You can take it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Humble pranams to all the glorious devotees of Vidyapitha. Congratulations to all of you. Today you are completing the Bhagavad Gita study for last several weeks or days, whatever. Today we are in the 18th chapter, last few shlokas. We will discuss the ultimate conclusive instructions of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. So far Krishna explained to Arjuna Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, and he also explained about the three material modes and how these Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun, so these modes will influence the consciousness of conditioned souls. And while under the influence of the three material modes, how different people behave, what are their behavioral patterns, all that we have seen through Krishna's teachings. And now Krishna is bringing the whole discussion to a conclusion. Within few minutes Arjuna has to go to fight. He has to begin the fight with Bhishma, Drona and all his relatives. So far Arjuna was hearing a class. Why this class was there? Because Arjuna was not ready to fight. To motivate Arjuna to fight with his own relatives in this dharmic war, Krishna had to speak the entire Bhagavad Gita. And what convinced Arjuna to fight? We will see. Is it that Arjuna is convinced that I am a Kshatriya? Earlier he forgot that he is a Kshatriya. Now he became convinced that I am a Kshatriya. Let me fight. No. Something else convinced him. We will see all that. In the 56th shloka of this chapter, we see that Krishna says, Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvanto madvyapashrayah matprasadat avapnoti shashvatam padamavyayam. Sarva karmani api sada kurvano matvyapashrayah. A devotee does all activities. Sarva karmani means all activities he does. Api sada, always. He does all activities. Kurvano madvyapashrayah, by taking my shelter. He takes my shelter while doing all activities. So as we discussed earlier, a karmi is one who is attached to a particular activity. He has some inclination or proclivity to perform an activity according to his temperament, according to his nature, according to his guna, karma, etc. But a devotee's choice of activities is totally different. What activities please Krishna. That's the criteria of deciding an activity in the case of a devotee. Is this activity pleasing to Krishna? Does it have any connection with Krishna consciousness? Is it favorable for advancement in bhakti? That's how a devotee chooses to perform an activity. But a typical conditioned soul, materialistic conditioned soul, their choice of activity is totally different. They feel that, does it give me pleasure? Does it give me happiness? Does it give me money? Does it give me sense gratification? Does it make me famous? So these are the thoughts of a conditioned soul while choosing an activity. But Krishna says clearly, Sarva karmani api sada kurvano mad vyapashreha. Devotees perform all activities while taking shelter of Krishna. Second, mad prasadad avapnoti. Such people will definitely attain Krishna's prasada. Prasad is not what you eat. That is definitely prasad, but here prasad refers to mercy. They will definitely attain my mercy. When you take shelter of Krishna and perform an activity, then you will definitely get Krishna's mercy. Then avapnoti shashvatam padam avyayam. Avapnoti, they attain what? Shashvatam padam, the eternal abode of Krishna. So when you are performing activities while taking shelter of Krishna, when you do your activities in Krishna consciousness, that will take you to the spiritual world. Krishna said this before also. What is the shloka in the 8th chapter, 7th shloka? 8.7. Anyone remembers now? Yes. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyacha. You remember me and perform yuddha. Mayi arpita mano buddhir mame vaishyasya samsayah. Mayi arpita mano buddhir. Offer your mind, offer your intelligence to me, and then you perform your activities. And mame vaishyasya asamsayah. You will attain me only. This is the process of attaining Krishna. What is the process of attaining Krishna? Doing everything for Krishna. Next shloka. Chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya matparah buddhi yogam upashritya macchittah satatam bhava. Chetasa sarva karmani. Chetasa, within your chetana, within your consciousness. Sarva karmani mayi sanyasya. How many times Krishna said mayi sanyasya? Any other shlokas that you remember in the previous chapters of Bhagavad Gita? Yetu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha. And popular shloka, 3rd chapter. Sanyasya adhyatma chetasa, correct? Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya chetasah nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigatajvaraha. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasah. Offer all your activities to me. Sanyasya means to give up, to renounce. But Krishna said, not just sanyasya, mayi sanyasya. Offer them to me. When you say sanyasya, you renounce an activity. But when it is mayi sanyasya, you renounce the result of your activity to that person who is saying that mayi, Krishna. Mayi sanyasya. Don't just be detached from the results of your activities. Offer the results of those activities to Krishna. Right? See this. Chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha. Mayi sanyasya. Offer all your activities to me. And the karma word refers to action and reaction, both. One meaning of karma is an action. Another meaning of karma is result of an action. When Krishna said, Chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya, you offer all the results of your activities and you offer activities themselves also. We discussed it before. Offering a result of activity is very straightforward. You perform some activity, you got some money, you got some fame, you got something, and you offer it to Krishna. That's one level. But offering the activity itself to Krishna means you choose only those activities that are pleasing to Krishna. So karma yoga is you perform activities according to your preference and you offer the result of that activity to Krishna. But bhakti yoga means you prefer only those activities that are pleasing to Krishna. Even before beginning an activity, you will consider whether it is pleasing to Krishna or not. Then only you will do that activity. I gave that example, right? Many weeks back when we met for another class. Where is that devotee? Gulab Jamun and Rasmalai. Yeah, he and is the other one is absent. Oh, is there. He is a Rasmalai man or Gulab Jamun man? Yeah, Rasmalai man. So if he made Rasmalai for himself, and if he goes to that devotee and he offers Rasmalai to him, that is Karma Yoga. But Bhakti Yoga is, he will ask you, what do you want? My dear friend, my dear guest, what do you want? He said, I want Gulab Jamun. Then he will make Gulab Jamun. So even before beginning to make Gulab Jamun, he is having a thought that this Gulab Jamun is meant for this guest. Similarly, devotee means before even beginning to perform an activity, they have this consciousness that this activity is meant to please Krishna. So today we are applying Chandan. We have applied Chandan on Madan Mohanji. So many devotees, including many of you, you are grinding Chandan, right? A conditioned soul may use Chandan, sandalwood, or they may go to some shop and purchase some perfume bottle and they may just press, right? So they may have an intention to enjoy that fragrance for themselves. But here hundreds of devotees are grinding Chandan every day, sitting under Vrindavan Bihari temple hall in that room. Before even you begin to grind that Chandan, you are aware that this is meant for Krishna. Every day we are applying this Chandan on Giriraj's body. Every day we are applying, or many days we are applying this Chandan on the body of Madan Mohanji, sometimes on Vrindavan Bihariji. So the intention to offer the result of that activity and is already there before even beginning that activity. Therefore, activity is also offered to Krishna, not only the result of that activity. So you choose that activity which is pleasing to Krishna, that is Bhakti Yoga. So, Mayi Sanyasya Matparaha. Next, Buddhi Yoga Upashritya. Here is Buddhi Yoga. What is Buddhi Yoga here? What do you mean by Buddhi Yoga? Tell me. We studied Karma Yoga, Gnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. What is this Buddhi Yoga? New terminology. Not new, very old. Krishna, in the first chapter where Krishna spoke, which is the second chapter of Gita, he spoke Buddhi Yoga. In the beginning he spoke Buddhi Yoga. In the last chapter he is speaking Buddhi Yoga. In the middle also he spoke Buddhi Yoga. What do you mean by this Buddhi Yoga? Tell me. Yes, IIT Bombay.
Buddhi Yoga is when a living entity uses his intelligence to elevate the soul from
very good.
Whichever platform. So in this comes all the Nishkam Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and all the practice.
Correct. Depending on the context, the meaning of Buddhi Yoga changes. In the second chapter, where did Krishna speak about Buddhi Yoga? Anyone remember the shloka? Second chapter. 39. What is the shloka? 37, not 37.
49.
49. What is the shloka? At least open and see, na? If you can't recollect, if you are confident that you cannot recollect, at least open and see that. You all have Gita right in front of you. Durena Yavaram Karma Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya. You use your Buddhi Yoga and stay far away from Avaram Karma. What is Avaram Karma? Bad activities, materially motivated activities, sinful activities, whatever. So you use Buddhi Yoga to stay away from this. There is one more shloka also, 38 somewhere, right? Not that. One more Buddhi Yoga is there. 39. Yes, Mataji. Yeshate abhihita sankhye Buddhi Yogam tu imam shrunu. Now I am speaking Buddhi Yoga at this moment. So that's the first time Krishna uses the word Buddhi Yoga. In the second chapter he uses it twice, Buddhi Yoga. And there in that context, Buddhi Yoga refers to Nishkama Karma Yoga, as our IIT Bombay devotee said. So Buddhi Yoga is Nishkama Karma Yoga. You are using your intelligence to connect with Krishna, and there you are using intelligence in such a way that you do detached work. And through detached work you are trying to connect with Krishna. That is Buddhi Yoga Upashritya. But there is another Buddhi Yoga in the 10th chapter. You remember that? At least you tell me this. How does it begin? Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhiyogam tam yenamam upayantite. What buddhi yoga is that? Is it nishkama karma yoga or bhakti yoga? That buddhi yoga refers to bhakti, right? Tesham satatayuktanam, always be engaged in devotional service. Bhajatam pritipurvakam. You do bhajan with priti. Many people do bhajan in this world, but priti is missing. Right? They do bhajan with a material expectation. But Krishna says you do bhajan with priti. Bhajatam priti purvakam. Then dadami buddhi yogam tam. Then I will give you the necessary intelligence by which you can come to me. Yenamam upayantite. That is bhakti. Now again, in the last chapter, Krishna is using the word buddhi yoga. What is this? He says, buddhi yoga upashritya, by taking shelter of bhakti yoga with fixed intelligence. Here buddhi yoga is bhakti yoga with intelligence, fixed intelligence. Macchittaha satadam bhava, and always be conscious of Krishna. That's the meaning of the 57th sloka. In short, in the 57th sloka, Krishna said, work in adhyatma chetasa, work in Krishna consciousness. You perform your duties. Inevitably, you have to perform so many duties. You perform those duties in Krishna consciousness. Many times people ask, what is this Krishna consciousness? Prabhupada gave this terminology, Krishna consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Where is it mentioned in the scriptures? Here you see very clearly. Mat chittaha. Mat means Krishna. Here. Chittaha means consciousness. Mat chittaha satatam bhava. Always be Krishna conscious. Did Krishna not say this? This is directly coming from Bhagavad Gita. This terminology, Krishna consciousness, is coming directly from Bhagavad Gita. Sanyasya adhyatma chetasaha. Next shloka. 58. Macchittaha sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyati athachetvam ahankaran nasroshyasi vinangshyasi. In the 57th shloka, Krishna said, Macchittaha satatam bhava, always be conscious of me, always be in Krishna consciousness. And what is the result of being in Krishna consciousness? He reveals in the 58th shloka. He says, Macchittaha sarvadurgani matprasada tarishyati. Macchittaha means if you are conscious of me, what will happen? Sarvadurgani. Durga refers to, not Durga Devi here, Durga refers to difficulties, impediments, dangers. Sarvadurgani means all dangers. Tarishyasi. You will overcome all dangers. How? Mat prasadat, by my mercy. Krishna says, if you become Macchittaha, I will give you Mat prasada. If you become conscious of Krishna, He will give His mercy. And by the power of Krishna's mercy, you will overcome all impediments and all difficulties. Clear? Simple Sanskrit. Macchittaha sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi. But what if we don't act in Krishna consciousness? What if we act in an opposite way? Krishna gives the result of that also. Athachetvam ahankaran. But if you give up Krishna consciousness out of ahankar, out of false ego, what happens? Na sroshasi, na vinangshasi. So you will perish. You will not overcome difficulties by ignoring Krishna's instructions. Instead, you will perish. Vinangshasi. Now, sometimes people may feel little uncomfortable to read this statement. Oh, Krishna says, if you don't follow Him, you will perish. What kind of God is He? He is threatening us. He is making us feel fearful. If you don't surrender to me, you will perish. It's like a very heavy statement, right? You will go to hell. Vinangshasi, you will be destroyed. So Krishna may seem a bit tough here. But He is not saying this as a strict boss or a self-centric boss or one who tries to subdue people, suppress people, oppress people, dominate people and try to extract services from people by bossing over them. That's not the mood in which Krishna said it. Krishna said it out of concern. If a mother says or if a father says that, my dear child, we are going to the supermarket, you always hold my hand only. Don't leave my hand. If you leave my hand, you will be lost somewhere. Sometimes parents also say, if you leave my hand, some ghost will come and then catch you, just to scare kids. This is coming from Yashoda Mata. Yashoda Mata tells Krishna, Krishna, come and take prasad. Then Krishna says, no, I'm busy playing. Krishna, Balaram, please come. Mother Yashoda is calling so fervently, but Krishna and Balaram are absorbed in playing. And Mother Yashoda says, Nanda Maharaj is waiting for you. Then Krishna feels, oh, Nanda Maharaj is waiting for me. I should not keep my father waiting. Out of respect, he wants to come. But Krishna's friends will threaten Krishna. Krishna, if you leave the game in between, from tomorrow, you will lose the opportunity to play with us. We won't allow you to play with us. Get lost. You can't quit the game in the middle. Then Krishna is obliged to stay back and play with them. Play with Sakhas. There is a conflict between Sakhya Bhaktas and Vatsalya Bhaktas here in Vrindavan. Then Krishna is continuing to play. Mother Yashoda hears those voices and says, Krishna and Balaram, you should come here, and all your friends also who are looking so dirty, they should go back to their homes, they should take bath now, they should also take prasad. But still Krishna is not coming. And sometimes Mother Yashoda says, Krishna, I am telling you very carefully, very lovingly, you should come. Otherwise, there is a demon named How Bilau right behind you. Don't turn. You'll be scared. Don't turn behind to see that How Bilau. How Bilau is very scary. It has such very fierce features. It may attack children. How Bilau is specifically known to attack small children and eat them. So you want to come or not? Krishna says, no, How Bilau. There is no demon named How Bilau. You are just scaring us. You are trying to bring us back home. But Yashoda says, no, it's right there, right next to you, just few feet behind you. That can move, that can come to you at any moment. Oh, I'm getting scared. And Yashoda starts running away into Nanda Bhavan. She starts running, and seeing Yashoda Mata running, Krishna and Balaram also start running behind Yashoda Mata. So sometimes parents have to scare children. Now Krishna, being the supreme parent, he is scaring us. He says that Nashroshasi vinangshasi atachetvam ahankaran. If you don't come to me, then you will be destroyed. Yashoda Mata, Krishna's mother said this. Now Krishna, being the father, is telling all of us. So see Krishna as a mother, as a father. Then you will not misunderstand this statement. It's not that Krishna is a self-centric boss who is looking for some fans and followers. He has enough followers. Millions and trillions of followers in the spiritual world. But he's saying this out of his own concern for us, for our own welfare. Whether this shloka or later Krishna says, after 6 shlokas Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja, mamekam sharanam vraja, surrender to me alone, surrender unto me. It seems little heavy statements. Once I was explaining this shloka, this shloka, mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya, mayi sarvavidam protam sutre manigana iva. Means Krishna said, everything in the entire universe is dependent on me. I am like that thread that's holding all the pearls together. See, I am like that thread. So Krishna said this. I was explaining this to children. One 7-year-old boy said, Prabhu, does Krishna have false pride? Why is he saying like this? Does Krishna have false pride? That is his question. So people expect humility from Krishna. Although they are not humble, but they expect humility from Krishna. Right? So when somebody boasts about himself, somebody says very high about himself, that makes others uncomfortable. Of course, we should be humble. But when Krishna apparently is boasting about himself in Bhagavad Gita, he is trying to boost our faith in him. His boasting is meant to boost our faith. That's the purpose of his saying, Matchittaha, what is that? Manmana bhava madbhakto, then surrender unto me, Matchittaha satatam bhava, chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya madhata, matparaha. Whenever Krishna said mat, me, it's not that Krishna is being self-centric. You can count the number of shlokas. There are very few. Out of 700 shlokas, Krishna is addressing himself in first person and urging us to surrender unto him very rarely. Right? He is very humble. And also, Bhagavad Gita is a small scripture, only 700 shlokas. When Krishna speaks about himself, only 700 shlokas. That too, he directly speaks about himself in lesser number of shlokas, less than 700. devotee speaks about Krishna, 18,000 shlokas of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then hundreds and thousands of shlokas in Gopal Champu, Anandavrindavan Champu, then several commentaries of different acharyas, many Puranas. So Krishna is actually humble. He speaks very less about himself. Anyways, this should not be misunderstood. Krishna spoke about the result of following him, and Krishna also spoke about the result of not following him. So let's recite the next shloka, shloka number 60. 59, sorry. Yadahankaramashritya nayotsya iti manyase mityaisha vyavasayaste prakritistvam niyokshati. Can someone read the translation?
If you do not act according to my direction and do not fight, then you will be falsely directed. By your nature, you will have to be engaged in warfare.
Right. By your nature, you have to be engaged in warfare because you are a Kshatriya. So Krishna is highlighting the nature here. Again, Arjuna is convinced to assist Krishna in fighting this Kurukshetra battle, not only by understanding his nature as a Kshatriya. Right. Now Krishna is speaking about his Kshatriya nature. Okay, let's comment on this. Arjuna artificially said in the beginning chapters, I will go and fight, I will go and beg, I will not fight. I will not act like a Kshatriya, I will act like a Brahmana. A renounced, detached Brahmana going out in the forest and doing some meditation, going to door and begging some food. Then Krishna said, you are a Kshatriya, your nature is to fight. If you give up fighting and start begging, you will fight with beggars. Right? Instead of fighting with beggars, better fight with Kshatriyas, warriors. Right? So basically, we have to stick to our nature. That is like one perspective in Bhagavad Gita, which is very, very important perspective. Krishna said twice, Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharma svanushtitaha swadharme nidhanam shreya paradharmat bhayavaha. So you stick to your nature, you stick to your duty, even if you think you can perform others' duty more perfectly, still you do your own duty imperfectly. That is a teaching in Bhagavad Gita, which Krishna repeated twice. But bhakti is little one step ahead of acting according to one's nature. If I always do what I want to do, where is my surrender to Krishna? If I always do what I can do, where is my faith in Krishna? You understood this? If I stick to doing things according to my capacity, my ability, then I am not having sufficient faith in Krishna that He will empower me to do beyond what I can do ordinarily. A devotee may take up some services beyond one's capacity also, not out of overconfidence, but out of confidence that Krishna will give me the necessary empowerment to perform this activity. Getting it, right? Very important. If I always do what I can do, it means I am not having sufficient faith in Krishna. Krishna will empower me to do something which is beyond me. Actually, everything is happening by Krishna's grace. Then second point, if I always do what I prefer to do, what I want to do, what I am aspiring to do, what I have taste to do, then there is no surrender. Sometimes a devotee may take up some service against his preference also. You may not like to do it, but still you will do it. Out of your surrender to Krishna. Oh, I must please Him. Say, a mother doesn't like, say, tell me some item. Mother doesn't like dokla, for example. But the child says, I want dokla. Mother learns and then does it for him. Right? Mothers may be little traditional sometimes. They know only traditional dishes. Somehow the child eats something along with his classmates somewhere else, and the child pushes the mother, I want this. Mother somehow, although she's not accustomed to doing it, she's not excited eating it also, still child wants it, therefore mother goes and learns the recipe and does it for the child. That is love. Similarly, although a devotee may not like to do some things according to one's own preference, because Krishna wants it, a devotee will extend himself to do it. That is surrender. So Shreyan Swadharma Vigunaha is a wonderful shloka and wonderful message in all common activities. But when it comes to bhakti, calculations become a little different. Sometimes a devotee may do something beyond his capacity or against his preference also to please Krishna. But under the realm of Krishna consciousness, when you are sufficiently mature in bhakti, your preferences are valued. Isn't it? A devotee prefers to render a particular service to Krishna. Krishna will ensure that the devotee gets an opportunity to do that service. While doing sadhana bhakti, of course, you have to keep aside your preferences, because many preferences during our sadhana are because of our material mentality. There, to go against the material mentality, you have to do something against your preference, against your capacity. That is purification. But once you are sufficiently pure, Krishna will allow you to serve according to your preference. He will never intrude into your mood. Oh, this devotee wants to serve me in this mode, let him serve me eternally in this mode. Krishna is ready to accept that one particular service from you. He doesn't push you. You got this subtle point? So, on a material plane, stick to your nature. Do what you can. Okay? But while practicing sadhana bhakti, while being in the material world, sometimes you have to do beyond what you want to do also. Beyond what you can do also. That is purification. That is for your purification. You don't want to get up early in the morning. I have to stick to my nature. I have to sleep till 7 a.m. in the morning. It's not sticking to your nature. It's not natural for me, of course. I'm accustomed to sleeping at 12 o'clock in the night and getting up at 10 o'clock in the morning. Shreyan Swadharma Vigunaha. Paradharma Swanishtitaha. I can't accept paradharma of getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. You can't say that. You have to go against your preference, right? So, well, sadhana bhakti, you have to do some things which are against your preference for your purification. But once you sufficiently become mature in bhakti, then Krishna respects your preference, respects your choices, respects your rasa, and reciprocates, and he changes his mood according to your mood. My devotee wants this, so let me act according to this mood. My devotee wants me to see in this form, let me manifest that form. Krishna changes his form as Ram when Hanumanji comes in front of him. So Hanumanji has to become Krishna Bhakta, right? I mean, you say devotee has to change his mood according to the Lord's preference. Now, the Lord appears in Krishna form, so Hanumanji has to worship Krishna. No. Even in Dwapara Yuga, when the Lord manifested himself in Krishna form, he changed his form and he became Ram to please Hanumanji. Because Hanumanji is in a different plane. He is not in sadhana bhakti. He is a eternal associate of Lord Ramachandra in the spiritual world. Anyways, coming back to this, Krishna said, if you do not act according to my direction and do not fight, then you will be falsely directed. By your nature, you will have to fight. And Krishna is talking about the nature of a kshatriya here, which is on a general material plane, varnashram plane. A kshatriya in this life can become a brahmana in the next life. A brahmana in this life can become a kshatriya in the next life. Right? So, varna is not permanent. Varna is not eternal. But bhakti is eternal. Acting according to Krishna's expectation in pure devotion is the eternal nature of the soul. But acting as a kshatriya, acting as a brahmana, that is the conditioned nature of the soul. Of course, as long as you are in the material world, conditioned world, you have to act according to that conditioning for all practical purposes, but we need to transcend that conditioning also. Naham vipro na cha narapatir na pi vaishyo na shudro naham varni na cha grahapatir no vanastho yatirvam kintu prodyan nikhila paramananda purnamrutabdher gopi bhartu padakabalayor dasa dasa anudasa. I am not a brahmana, I am not a kshatriya, I am not a vaishya, I am not a shudra. I am not a brahmachari, I am not a grahastha, I am not a vanaprastha, I am not a sannyasi. Correct. That is about the pure spirit soul. But if you are in grahastha ashram, you act like a grahastha. If you are in brahmachari ashram, act like a brahmachari. So you have to acknowledge our current condition in the material world. Right? Act according to that varna, act according to that ashram. But also understand, as a soul, I am beyond these varnas ashrams. I am a servant of Krishna. That understanding also we should have. So therefore Krishna is balancing both. Now Krishna says in the next sloka, 60th sloka, Svabhavajana kaunteya Svabhavajena kaunteya Nibaddha svena karmana Kartum nechasi yan mohat Karishyasya vasopitat. Read the translation.
Under illusion, you are now declining to act according to my direction, but compelled by the work born of your own nature, you will act all the same, O son of Kunti.
Svabhavajena kaunteya, O Kaunteya, O son of Kunti. Svabhavajena, you have a svabhava. You have a typical nature as a Kshatriya now. Nibaddha svena karmana, because of that svabhava, you are bound to perform a particular activity of fighting as a warrior. Fighting is very natural for you. You are trained like that since beginning, right? So then kartum nechasi yan mohat, but kartum na ichhasi. You don't want to act according to that prescribed duty of fighting out of moha, out of illusion. Out of illusion you are saying that I will not act as a Kshatriya, I will not fight in this war. What is that illusion? What is the cause of illusion? The cause of Arjuna's illusion is attachment to his family members, attachment to Bhishma and Drona, attachment to all the relatives. So because of that attachment, because of that illusion, you are declining to act according to your nature. A Kshatriya's duty is to establish dharma. A Kshatriya's duty is to fight against adharma. A Kshatriya's duty is to protect common citizens, simple, innocent citizens from adharmic rulers like Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Dhritarashtra, etc. And especially when you have the ability and responsibility to counteract adharma, in the name of detachment you can't keep quiet. I am very detached. Hare, it's your dharma. I am detached from my dharma also. You understand this? I am detached. I am detached from the kingdom. You may be detached from the kingdom and all the royal pleasures, but you have the responsibility to maintain the citizens, right? Despite having the ability and responsibility as a Kshatriya to protect innocent citizens, you can't allow the citizens to be ruled by Duryodhana and then go in the forest and do some japa. No, that's your duty. You should go. You can't neglect. So many times people criticize even Krishna. Arjuna is non-violent and Krishna is violent. Arjuna is supporting non-violence and peace and family bonding, but Krishna promoted him to be violent. He told him to give up family bonding, family relations too much. Therefore we will not read Bhagavad Gita, we will not keep a Krishna Arjuna photo in our home. Otherwise our home will become Kurukshetra. As if people whose homes do not have Krishna Arjuna photo have no fights at all at home. I have seen in my childhood, I think my grandfather kept Krishna Arjuna photo right at the entrance of our home, small home. Somebody said, hey, how can you keep Krishna Arjuna here? Your home will become like Kurukshetra. Remove immediately. So these are some discussions happening in materialistic circles. But Krishna spoke about Shanti. Although he is speaking about, although he is encouraging Arjuna to be violent and fight, he gave the ultimate peace formula on the battlefield. What is the ultimate peace formula? Bhoktaram yajnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gnatvam mam shanti mrichati. Your shanti depends on how much you understand Krishna and how much do you align your free will with Krishna's will. The last few shlokas of Bhagavad Gita are explaining this theme of perfection of free will. What is the perfection of free will? You align your free will with the will of Krishna, that's the perfection of free will. If we use our free will, minute independence, to go against Krishna, that is misusing our swatantrata, our svecha. But the right utility of swatantrata, svecha and free will is to align it with the will of Krishna. What is the will of Krishna? He wants to establish dharma. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya. To punish the miscreants to protect the righteous and to establish dharma, Krishna descended on this planet. And he personally performed these three activities. He killed Tranavarta, Bakasura, Aghasura, Vatsasura, Vyomasura, so many demons he killed, so many devotees he protected. But now Krishna wants Pandavas to do these three activities. Right? Paritranaya sadhunam is not the activity of Krishna only. It is the activity of devotees also. It is our activity also. Vinashaya cha dushkritam is not the responsibility of Krishna alone. It is the responsibility of devotees also. Dharma samsthapanarthaya is not the responsibility of Krishna alone. It is the responsibility of devotees also. We also have to work for dharma samsthapana at our own level. Right? We are not Krishna, by the way. We have to assist Krishna in fulfilling these three purposes of his descent. We have to act as a humble instrument in Krishna's hands so that he can accomplish these three purposes. And Arjuna understood this. Oh, my job is to work according to Krishna's will. He did not understand that I'm a Kshatriya, I have to fight now. That's not the understanding of Arjuna at the end of Bhagavad Gita, as you will see in the next few slokas. His understanding is Krishna has a mission in this world. He has a mission in his descent, and my job is to assist Krishna in that mission. Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. That is my mission. Tasmatva muttishta yasholabhasva jitva shitrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham mayai vaite nihataha purvameva nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. You remember this shloka? 11th chapter? Mayai vaite nihataha purvameva. Krishna said, I have already killed this Duryodhan, Dushasan, Karna, Sakuni, Bhishma, Drona, Jayadratha, all these people. Mayai vaite, by me, nihataha. They are killed. Purvameva. Pehle se mar diya unko. Man, as soon as they touched the sari of Draupadi, Krishna decided their death. As soon as Dushasan touched the hair of Draupadi, Krishna decided his death. Right? As soon as Draupadi Mata just threw her hands in the air and prayed to Krishna, Krishna, please protect me, Govinda, Damodara, Madhava, then Krishna decided their death. Agre kuruna matha pandavanam dushashanena hritavastra kesha Krishna tadakroshadananyanatha Govinda damodara madhaveti. Krishna tadakrosha. Krishna refers to Draupadi here. Krishna, not Krishna. Krishna, Akrosha, because she cried in great anxiety, very piteously she cried. Ananyanatha, there is no one else other than you who can protect me. Then Krishna decided. Duryodhana has to die, Dushasan has to die, all these 100 brothers have to die. Even Bhishma, Drona, who are watching it without taking an action, they also have to die. Krishna decided. And when a judge gives a judgment that someone has to be hanged, he died already. And what does the soldier do? So on the so-and-so day, Muhurta, special Muhurta for his departure, he will take him, put a mask around his neck and then tie a rope around his neck and hang him. He will pull that and he will say hanged. That's what Arjuna has to do. Nothing more than that. He may be fighting like this, but actually Krishna has already decided that they have to die. Mayai vaite nihataha purvameva. Before only I have decided that these people have to die, and Arjuna has to implement that instruction. Death is sure. The soldier cannot kill a criminal without the judge's judgment. Similarly, Arjuna cannot kill anybody on the Kurukshetra battle. Whether it is Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha, Arjuna cannot kill. Arjuna is able to kill only because Krishna decided their death. So Arjuna has to understand this and align his free will with Krishna's will. That's the theme of the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, last few slokas of Gita. So Svabhavajena Kaunteya, and Krishna is giving some kind of hint here that why did I choose you for implementing this death of all these people? Because you have that Svabhava, you are a Kshatriya. Primarily Arjuna is a devotee. Secondarily Arjuna is a Kshatriya. So here is a devotee with Kshatriya nature, and Krishna is engaging this Kshatriya devotee in fulfilling his mission. Simple. He's a devotee, it's a Kshatriya. So Arjuna did not act only as a Kshatriya, he acted as a devotee also. As a devotee, he has to align his intention with Krishna's intention, his mission with Krishna's mission. And as a Kshatriya, he has to utilize his military strength and skill in the service of Krishna. Right? Of course, his military strength and skill and weapons and knowledge of warfare, that is temporary. But as long as it is there with you, you have to utilize in Krishna's service. You are a singer, sing for Krishna. You are an actor, act for Krishna. You are a cameraman, then shoot for Krishna. If you are a warrior, shoot for Krishna. All kinds of shooting is possible. Anyways, let's come to 61st shloka. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati bhramayan sarva bhutani yantra rudhani mayaya Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati. Ishvara is Krishna here. But Krishna doesn't say Ishvara. He is humble. Ishvara, he says. And by this he is also protecting the confidentiality of his power, confidentiality of his position. People will understand this Ishvara is Krishna only. Out of humility he is saying, he is not addressing himself in first person. He is saying, oh, Ishvara. There are some other reasons also, I can't recollect now, but Ishvara. Ishvaraha paramaha Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. And that Krishna is saying Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam. Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, stays within the hearts of all living entities. Now you may have this doubt. Krishna says Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati. Ishvara stays in the hriddesha, in the heart region of sarva bhutanam, all living entities. Right? Now, how can you assure that this Ishvara is Krishna only? Is it not your superimposition? Because you are all Krishna conscious devotees, you are all ISKCON devotees, or you are some Krishna bhaktas, you are saying this Ishvara is Krishna, this Ishvara can be anyone? So many Ishvaras in this world. You go to 15th chapter, 15th shloka. What's the shloka there? Sarvasya cha aham hridi sannivishto. Aham means me, I. There Krishna directly referred to himself. Now Krishna referred to himself as Ishvara. Right? So if a president of an organization says that I will sign these papers, that's the right statement. Next time he says president will sign. He is a president. He did not want to address himself as I will sign. He says president will sign. Right? So like I saw one devotee, he's in ministry, he's in charge of the ministry, some ministry, don't ask me names. So, okay, ministry would like to sign on this document. Basically, instead of saying that out of humility, instead of saying that I will sign, he says ministry would like to sign. Basically, he has the ministry, whole world knows. Right? Everybody in the meeting knows that he is the representative of ministry, he will only sign, but he said, yeah, ministry will also sign. Right? So out of humility, you may address yourself with your so-and-so designation or your duty or your service more than you saying I, instead of saying I. So Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati. In the region, hriddesha, in the region of heart, to Arjuna, Ishvara stays. Then Brahmayan sarva bhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. All the living entities are just moving around as if they are sitting on a yantra, on a machine which is moving. That machine is the human body. Right? But human body cannot move without the presence of soul and super soul. So soul is there in the body. Super soul is not there. Will the body move? No. Super soul has to be there. Say soul is not there in the body and super soul is there. Will the body move? No. No. It can, right? Basically, super soul is there in all living and non-living things also. Bhumi rapo nalo vayuhu khamma no buddhirevacha. Bhumi means earth, water, fire, air, ether. All these are material elements, and Krishna's presence is there in the material elements also. Earth has the natural quality of fragrance because Krishna is present there. Water has the natural quality of taste because Krishna is present there. Even in material elements, even when souls are not there, Krishna is there. A sugar particle is there, for example. Is there soul in the sugar particle? Huh?
No.
How many of you say yes? Is there soul in sugar particle? If there is soul in sugar particle, you are eating what? You are eating a living entity. You are not following one of the 4 regulative principles, right? Right? No meat eating. So there is no soul in the sugar particle, but there is super soul. Because of the presence of super soul, the sugar particle is sweet. Because of the presence of super soul, the salt particle is salty. There may not be soul, but there is soul. There is super soul. Because of the presence of super soul, water is tasty. Because of the presence of super soul, stone is hard. The Lord is there in every single living entity and every single non-living atom and molecule also. Souls may not be there in all material elements. Now in that board there is no soul. Definitely there is super soul. He is everywhere, all pervading. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddesha. Now Krishna talks about living entities. I am there as super soul, Paramatma, in the hearts of all living entities. Right? Next sloka. Tameva sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapyasi shashvatam. So Krishna says, Tameva sharanam gaccha. Lord Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, is there within everybody's heart. Tameva, you take his shelter only. Basically Krishna is saying, you surrender to the super soul. I am there as super soul in your heart, you surrender unto me. He'll make it more explicit in the next sloka, but now he is presenting from the super soul perspective. Tameva sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata. Taking shelter is not conditional surrender. Conditional shelter. Sarva bhavena. With all your might, with all your faculties, with your body, with your mind, with your words, everything. Use everything in to surrender to Krishna. Yesterday in the kids class, we were discussing Atman Vedanam, complete surrender to Krishna. Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmaihi narayanayeti samarpayami. Kaya means body, vacha words, manasa mind, indriya senses. Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana with intelligence. Atmana, with my own self. Prakrite svabhavat, with the natural propensity, svabhava that I have acquired. Karoma yadyat sakalam parasmaihi. Let me do everything with all these physical, emotional, rational, intellectual faculties. Let me do whatever I am doing for Krishna. Let me offer whatever I accomplish by all these faculties to Krishna. Narayanayeti samarpayami. Right. Karoma yadyat sakalam parasmaihi narayanayeti samarpayami. That is complete surrender. Whatever you have, you are doing it for Krishna. Kaya, body, physical faculty. Kaya in a vacha, verbal faculty. Manasa, mental, emotional faculty. Indriya, sensory platform. Buddhi, intellectual faculty. Atmana, one's own sense of identity. Everything for Krishna. Karomi yadyat sakalam parasmaihi. That is full surrender. Next sloka. Next line. Tat prasadat param shantim. By the mercy of the Lord, you will get param shantim. And sthanam. Param shanti is not just peace anywhere. Sthanam prapsasi shashvatam. You will also attain a position in the eternal spiritual world. Shashvata, sthana, in the spiritual world. There you will get ultimate peace. So, yes, ultimately the purpose of all knowledge is to take shelter of Krishna. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. If you don't take shelter of Krishna, what's the point of acquiring so much of knowledge? Knowledge should culminate in surrender. Knowledge that increases our arrogance, our pride, our self-absorption is not real knowledge. knowledge that induces humility in us and feeling of surrender in us. Because surrender requires humility. You cannot surrender to someone without humility. So we already discussed, right? Knowledge should increase humility. What is that formula? Gnana plus Vinaya is Vijnana. Vinaya plus Gnana leads to Vijnana. Ahankar plus Gnana leads to Ajnana. Vinaya means humility. Gnana is knowledge. So when your knowledge is accompanied by humility, it leads to realization, Vijnana. Take V from Vinaya, put it next to Gnana, it becomes Vijnan. For you to convert Gnan to Vijnan, knowledge to realization, you need to have humility. And the symptom of humility is surrender to Krishna. If you are really humble, you surrender to Krishna. We discussed in Vaishnava character class about humility and surrender, connection between them, elaborately. Okay. Shashvat sthanam prapyasi shashvatam. 63rd shloka. Iti te gnanamakyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrishyaitat aseshena yathechasi tatha kuru. Very important instruction. Iti te gnanamakyatam. Oh Krishna, oh Arjuna, I spoke this gnana to you. I gave this knowledge to you. Iti te gnanamakyatam. And he said, Guhya guhyataram maya. Guhya means confidential knowledge. Guhyataram means more confidential knowledge. And Krishna gave guhyatama also, most confidential knowledge also. And vimrishyetad aseshena. You do analysis now. Vimrishya means you deliberate on it. Deliberate on whatever I spoke. Vimrishya aitad aseshena. Asesha means don't leave anything. You thoroughly analyze, deliberate on what I spoke and do whatever you want. Yatha ichchasi tatha kuru. Yatha ichchasi means the way you desire, tatha kuru. You act accordingly. Krishna is not someone who forces us. Yesterday we were discussing, right, how we should not force people to accept Krishna consciousness. We should inspire them, not impose. We can lovingly push, but not aggressively force. Because Krishna himself is not forcing. If Krishna intrudes into our minute independence and manipulates us to become pure devotees, then we are machines, not living beings. Because we are living beings, we have minute independence. And Krishna doesn't interfere with that minute independence. We have free will. What is that free will? Means you can make a choice. You can choose according to your preference, your mood, your need, your taste. If that is not acknowledged, we are not living beings, we are machines. All these gadgets are stools and tables and chairs and mats that you have here. They don't have any free will. If the devotee takes the table to that corner, the table will stay in that corner only. Table has no free will. I will stay in this corner. I will not come there. Table can never say that. So wherever he takes, the table has to go. But living entities are not like that. All of us have some independence, desires, feelings, emotions, thoughts, attachments, aversions, tastes, preferences, choices, and Krishna always acknowledges them. By using our minute independence, if we choose something, Krishna will not interfere with that choice. But if we choose the wrong thing, you have to face the wrong consequences. If you choose the right thing, you will face the right consequences. You will get the right results, good results. But choice is ours. You may say, how can Krishna leave us like this? It's not that Krishna is disowning us when he is saying like that. He is not neglectful in doing that. It's not out of neglect, it's out of respect. Don't misunderstand respect as neglect. Sometimes seniors may give us some independence. You make a choice. They may not give you guidance. And they are not giving you guidance not because they neglect you, they ignore you, because they respect your preferences. They want you to grow. They want to make the right, to do the right choices, to make the right choices, right? So, but if we misuse that independence or free will given by superiors, then we have to face the consequences. Sometimes parents may give some little freedom to the children. Similarly, Krishna also gives little freedom to the living entities. If the parent gives, say, 100 rupees as pocket money to the child, if the child is just accumulating that pocket money nicely, made it 1,000 rupees, and purchases one nice gift for the mother on her birthday, mother will become so ecstatic, isn't it? Not that she got a gift, but my child utilizes the pocket money properly and expressed love for me with whatever I have given him. So that makes the mother or father become very happy, isn't it? Similarly, as a mother, as a father, Krishna has given us some free will, some minute independence. If we use it nicely, and if we channelize that free will in the right direction to get something or to become something, and utilize all that in Krishna's service, Krishna becomes extremely happy. But if that same child, instead of purchasing a nice gift for mother's birthday, if he uses that 100 rupees or 1,000 rupees, whatever, to purchase cigarettes and smoke, or to do something other unmentionable things, I don't want to list all that, or in an innocent way, they purchase 100 chocolates and then he eats and then has some toothaches, etc. Mother will feel that this fellow misuses money. Let me cut down the pocket money, right? Not 100, 50, not 50, 10. No pocket money from today, from this month, right? Similarly, Krishna also restricts the independence of the conditioned soul, constrains the free will of the conditioned soul. If the conditioned soul has the tendency to misuse free will, Krishna will reduce that free will. But if the conditioned soul is using that minute independence nicely, purposefully, in a guided way, according to the Shastra, then the Lord will expand that free will, expand that minute independence. Okay, give him more and more independence, because he doesn't misuse it. Vishnu Dutas have unlimited independence, right? So in animal bodies, the living entities have very constrained consciousness, very restricted independence. But human beings have little more independence, right? Devatas have even more independence. So Krishna will expand our independence to the degree we use it properly. Just as parents will increase the pocket money, seeing how the child is using that pocket money, right? So we have to utilize our minute independence to surrender to Krishna. Use our free will to surrender to Krishna. Krishna says, Yathechasi tatha kuru, do whatever you want. I gave you knowledge. I gave you free will. You make a choice. Yathechasi tatha kuru. It's not neglect, it is respecting. Respecting our position as a living being. He is not a machine. Machine has no independence because he is a person. He has feelings and emotions and desires and preferences and some attachments and experiences, and let him use all of it to make a choice. If the choice is to serve me, I am there for him. If the choice is to go away from me, then also I am there for him as super soul in the heart, giving them knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness. Krishna doesn't leave us. He always loves us. But the way he loves us is, he respects our independence. Right? He never interferes with the minute independence of the soul. Never interferes with it. Coming back, Yathechasi tatha kuru. Now Arjuna is confused. Krishna, you are asking me to deliberate on whatever you have told. Krishna says, Sarvaguhya.
Friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit.
Now, Krishna said, my dear Arjuna, Yathechasi tatha kuru, whatever you want, you do. In the 63rd shloka. Arjuna is confused. Vimurshita daseshana. Now I have to sit and analyze now. I have to make a flow chart and algorithm, flow pros and cons. I can't do all this now, at this moment. Arjuna is still a bit confused. And Arjuna, without even speaking, he expressed to Krishna that, Krishna, I will do whatever you want me to do. I won't be able to deliberate on everything that you said. You only give me the essence. You only summarize. Earlier, what did Krishna say? Guhya guhyataram maya. I gave you guhya knowledge, confidential knowledge, and guhyatara, more confidential knowledge also. Now Arjuna is expecting Krishna to give guhyatama knowledge, most confidential knowledge, which is the essence of this guhya and guhyatara. Krishna spoke so many things. He said, Arjuna, you decide. Arjuna said, no, Krishna, you only have to decide for me. Then Krishna said, okay, fine, now here, my final instructions, last two instructions of Krishna, 65 and 66 shlokas. He's introducing them in the 64th shloka. He said, Sarva guhyatamam bhuyaha. Now Arjuna, here, Sarva guhyatamam bhuyaha. Means you hear the most confidential instruction from me. What is that? Shrunume paramam vachaha. These are paramam vachaha. Supreme instructions. Ishtosi me dradam iti tato vakshyami te hitam. Why am I summarizing the whole thing after giving the whole class? People are still confused. At the end you summarize the class. पूरा समझा नहीं ठीक है मैं वापस समझाता हूँ right I will give summary, quick summary. Why am I doing it? Because you are my devotee. I have affection for you. Out of affection, Krishna is summarizing or concluding, giving his concluding instruction after having instructed Arjuna for 17 chapters so far. So what is that concluding instruction, ultimate message of Krishna? Now, next two shlokas are very special. These two shlokas are the concluding message of Krishna. Do you remember we compared Bhagavad Gita with a jewel box? Not we, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur compared Bhagavad Gita with a jewel box. And the bottom portion of this jewel box is the first 6 chapters, which is Karma Yoga section. What is the lid? Last 6 chapters, Jnana Yoga section. What's the jewel inside? Bhakti Yoga section, which is middle 6 chapters. Now, this lid is nicely decorated with so many jewels, but on top of this lid, there are 2 special jewels, very shining gems. Right? Sometimes when you see a decorated box, there may be many other decorations, but there may be some central jewel, big jewel. There are 2 jewels, central jewels, and they are 18.65 and 18.66. These 2 shlokas are some special shining gems on top of the lid of this jewel box. What are they? Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhya jimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. Manmana. We already studied this in the 9th chapter, 34th shloka. Manmana, always think of me. Bhava mad bhakto, always become my devotee. Why these 2 instructions are there? Because you can always think of Krishna without being a devotee also. Like Kamsa, like Shishupal, like Hiranyakashipu, like many other demons. But Krishna says, you always think of me in the mode of a devotee. Therefore, Manmana and Bhava mad bhakto. You don't need to be elaborated on this anymore. Then Madhyaji, worship me. Mam namaskuru, offer your namaskar to me. Right? So we studied it in the 9th chapter. I will not elaborate on it. Now finally Krishna says, Mame vaishyasi satyam te. If you just do these 4 things, you will definitely come to me. Satyam te. It's truth. Satyam te. Pratijane priyosime. Because you are very, very dear to me, I am giving this promise to you. Pratijane means I promise. I promise that you will come to me if you just do these 4 things. Manmana, always remember me. Bhava mad bhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji, worship me. Mam namaskuru, offer namaskar, obeisances to me. By doing these 4 things, you will come to me. Then he comes to the final instruction, most confidential instruction. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo Mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Recite once again. Sarva dharman parityajya. Bhagavad Gita, which is supposed to be a dharmic scripture, is concluding in this way: Sarva dharman parityajya. Give up all dharmas. Isn't it surprising? Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Bhagavan is that personality whose words are dharma. Whatever the Lord says is dharma. Whatever the Lord propounds is dharma. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Such dharma murti who appeared on this planet to do dharma samsthapana. That Krishna is saying in the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya. Give up all dharmas. How do you understand this? Sarva dharman parityajya. Whether it is varna dharma or ashrama dharma, kshatriya dharma, samanya dharma, sadharana dharma, kudumba dharma, udyoga dharma, and your dharma as a family member, dharma as a citizen of a country. So many dharmas are there. Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya, give up all dharmas. First, let's understand the meaning of the word dharma. Dharma is understood as, now you tell me, what is dharma? Duty. One meaning of dharma is duty. Anything else? The rules and regulations that we need to follow. Correct. Anything else? Rules, regulations, protocols, policies, prescriptions, prohibitions. These are all dharma. Next, anything else?
Which cannot be separated.
Yes. Now, dharma, keeping on the left side of the road while traveling on Indian roads, that is your dharma. As a driver dharma. And if you go to another country, you have to drive on the right side. That is their dharma. Dharma changes there, according to the condition, according to the country in which you are in. And men have some dharma, women have some dharma, brahmacharis have some dharma, and grihasthas have some dharma, brahmanas have some dharma of teaching, kshatriyas have some dharma of protecting and extracting taxes and punishing criminals. That is their dharma. So all these dharmas have a beginning and an end. They are all designated according to one's body. If you are working in a company now, if the reporting time is 8 a.m., reporting there at 8 a.m. is your dharma. If you change the company, their reporting time is 10 a.m. So this reporting at 8 a.m. is not dharma anymore there. Right? You have to report at 10 a.m. And you may change the company in 5 months only. Dharma changes. So aligning yourself according to the rules and regulations of that new company is your new dharma. But all these dharmas have a beginning, have an end. Now you are students. Your dharma is to study. No, dharma Mahabhagat Prabhu is to teach. Right? He has been teaching you the last so many days. So different, and dharma of our Gauranga Prabhu is to coordinate all your classes. Dharma of our Shuddhanam Prabhu is to record the classes. Different people have different dharmas. Right? But all of us have one common dharma, as this Prabhu said. Dharma is the intrinsic quality of a thing or of a living being which can never be separated from his or her existence. Right? And that dharma is common for all living beings. And that dharma is Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktira Dhokshaje Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati. Our supreme dharma is to take shelter of Krishna, is to surrender to Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is saying here, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Give up all the other secondary dharmas, temporary dharmas, substandard dharmas, material dharmas, artificially superimposed dharmas on the soul, and come to the ultimate dharma of mam ekam sharanam vraja. Taking Krishna's shelter is the ultimate dharma. Krishna's focus is not on giving up dharmas. Krishna's focus is on going up in dharma. Don't give up, go up. He may say, Sarva dharman parityajya. Go to the next line, na? Mam ekam sharanam raja. Mam ekam sharanam raja. Taking Krishna's shelter alone is the ultimate dharma. Raise the standard of your dharma. You upgrade in your understanding of dharma. Don't just settle down to, my dharma is to follow the rules and regulations of this country. Correct? That's dharma, no doubt. But in your next life, you may take birth in another country. My dharma is to act as a kshatriya, ruling all the citizens. Correct, agreed. But how long that kshatriya dharma will last? Next birth, you may take birth as a Vaishya. Then your dharma changes. Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijyam. You have to protect cows, you have to do agriculture, you have to do business. Dharma changes. So all other dharmas will change. They are subjected to change. They have a beginning, they have an end. But this dharma of taking shelter of Krishna is our eternal dharma. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Taking shelter of Krishna alone is our eternal dharma. That will never change. Wherever we are, whether we are in male body or female body, Kshatriya body or Brahmana body, human body or animal body, earthly plane or Svargaloka, spiritual world or material world. Wherever we go, our Swarupa is Jivera Swarupa Hai Krishna Nitya Das. Therefore, Krishna is emphasizing on that dharma. Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Take my shelter alone. What is the benefit? Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami mahashuchaha. From an external plane, the meaning of these two lines is Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. I will relieve you from all sinful reactions. Mokshayishyami means I will relieve you. I will liberate you from all sinful reactions. That's an external meaning of it. Oh, you surrender to Krishna, you will be relieved from all sinful reactions. Wonderful. You don't have to go to hell. No need to go to hell. That's not the message. Definitely, we need not go to hell. If it is surrender to Krishna, all our sins are removed. Understanding is correct. However, there's something more. If you followed the second line, Mamekam Sharanam Raja, where is the question of Papa? Third line becomes irrelevant. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. You already taken shelter of Krishna. Mamekam Sharanam Raja. If you have taken shelter of Krishna alone, if you have exclusive surrender into Krishna alone, then there is no Papa, there is no sin. But that Papa refers to any obstacles or impediments in our bhakti. If you take my shelter exclusively, if you completely surrender to Krishna, I will relieve you from all obstacles, all difficulties in your bhakti. And the best example is Prahlad Maharaj. Of course, many devotees are there. Prahlad Maharaj. He exclusively took shelter of Krishna. He did Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. As a citizen of Hiranyakashipu's kingdom, the dharma of Prahlad is to follow the instruction of Hiranyakashipu, isn't it? As a son, his dharma is to follow Hiranyakashipu. As a citizen of Hiranyakashipu's kingdom, he has to follow the instructions of King Hiranyakashipu, isn't it? It's dharma or not? As a son, he is supposed to be obedient to Hiranyakashipu. This is dharma. And he is joined in a school of Shanda and Amarka, the school of atheism, the school of materialism, the school of dharmartha kama, no moksha business there. So, anyways, he joined in that school and his teachers are Shanda and Amarka. They are teaching him all politics, diplomacy, samadhana, bheda danda, dharmartha kama. There is no spirituality in the syllabus at all. The syllabus is filled with material thoughts, material perspectives of discriminating between people as friends and enemies, this and that. So the dharma of Prahlad is to study that syllabus, isn't it? Now you joined for Bhakti Shastri course. Your dharma is to study Bhakti Shastri or attend Bhakti Vaibhav classes. Bhakti Shastri only. That's your dharma. But Prahlad is not following that dharma. Prahlad is not following the teachings of Shanda and Amarka. Prahlad is not following the teachings or instructions of Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad compromised on his dharma as a son. Prahlad compromised his dharma as a student of Shanda and Amarka.
Prahalad compromised. He gave up his dharma. Sarva dharman parityajya. He gave up his dharma as a citizen of Hiranyakashipu's kingdom. Everybody is chanting Hira, Hira, Hira. But Prahalad is saying Hari, 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 Hari. Right? Hira and Hari. Spelling change. Everybody says Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyakashipaya Namaha, Hiranyakashipaya Namaha. But Prahalad is saying Hari, Hari, Hari. Not Hira, Hira, Hira. You are doing spelling mistake. I am not doing spelling mistake. His gurus told. Where is this difference of intelligence coming from? Prahalad, who taught you? We never taught you. Why your intelligence is different from all other students in our big university, Shukracharya University, Atheism University? Prahalad said, your consciousness is different. Your intelligence is different from what it is supposed to be. My consciousness is in a very natural condition. My consciousness is naturally attracted to Krishna, just as iron particles are naturally attracted to magnet. So Prahalad compromised on all dharmas, isn't it? But he took shelter of one dharma. Mamekam sharanam vraja. He took shelter of Krishna. Right? So, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. Krishna said that if you give up all other dharmas and take my shelter alone, if you follow your ultimate sanatana dharma of taking shelter of Krishna alone, then I will protect you from all impediments and difficulties. I will protect you from all papa. Papa means impediments. Did Krishna not protect Prahalad Maharaj from elephants, from snakes, from poison, from ocean? So Hiranyakashipu threw Prahalad into ocean. Krishna protected him. Hiranyakashipu's soldiers were attacking Prahalad with so many weapons. Did Krishna not protect? So aham tvam sarva papebhyo. I will relieve you from all impediments. I will relieve you from all difficulties and dangers in bhakti. Don't worry, just take my shelter. Chittam naiva nivartate kshanamapi Sri Krishna pada bhujan Nindantu priya bandhava gurujana Grihanantu munchantu va Durvadam parighoshayantu manuja Vamshe kalankostu va Tadrik premadharanu raga madhuna Mattayamanam tube. There is no distraction or deviation in the mind of a devotee from the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna will protect the devotee from all obstacles. Understood? Sarva dharman parityajya. You can elaborate on this shloka for the next several days. But I'll go to the next shloka. Idam te nata pakshaya na bhaktaya kadachana nacha sushrusave vachyam nacha mamyo bhyasuyati. Read the translation.
This confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, nor to anyone who is envious of me.
After giving his final message in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, Krishna speaking, who can understand Bhagavad Gita? Who can study Bhagavad Gita? Who cannot study Bhagavad Gita? Who cannot understand Bhagavad Gita? Whom can you teach? Whom you should not teach? All that he will speak now. Okay. First he says, Idam te, means this Bhagavad Gita, Nata Pakshaya. You should not give the teachings of Bhagavad Gita to Nata Pakshaya, means those who are not austere. And those who are not self-controlled. Don't teach them. Second, Abhaktaya. Don't teach this to those who don't have devotion. Abhakta means non-devotees. Don't teach them. Then Asushrushave, those are not willing to hear, or those are not willing to engage in service. Susrusha means either hearing or serving. If there is no inclination in them to hear or serve, don't teach them Bhagavad Gita. Then Abhyasuyati, those are envious of me, don't teach them. Now, don't we try to teach Bhagavad Gita to those who are not devotees? Those who are not inclined to hear? Those who are not inclined to serve? Those who are not austere? Those who are not self-controlled? Are we going against the teachings of Bhagavad Gita? Krishna says this.
whom to teach Gita and whom not to teach Gita. So why are we trying to distribute Gita during December marathon? Thousands of books, millions of books, and you're preaching everywhere. Yes. Any perspective from young preachers? Are we going against the instructions of Bhagavad Gita? Concluding instructions of Krishna. Prabhupada writes in one purport. Although it is the 9th offense to holy name. What is the 9th offense to holy name? To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Although it's considered an offense, devotees take the risk of committing that offense out of compassion for the conditioned souls. They take risk. Unless you make an attempt to present the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, to present Bhagavad Gita, to teach them about holy name to conditioned souls, how can we expand the mission? How can we bring them closer to Krishna? Most people in this material world are conditioned souls only. Other day Gauranga Prabhu said, right? Sitting there. We are a minority, not majority. And will eternally remain as a minority only. And minority is trying to preach to majority. Majority are conditioned souls. Majority are materialistic people. Minority are devotees. So we are trying to pull them from majority circle to minority circle. Please come, become a minority. Don't remain as a majority. Become unique, become special in the eyes of Krishna. So basically, we need to make an attempt to present Bhagavad Gita to conditioned souls, those who are not practicing bhakti. But in that attempt, there should be a genuinity of intention. And when the other person tunes to our genuine intention, if they have some common sense, some kind of sincerity to try to connect with our genuine well-wishing words, they'll become devotees. Then we'll do a great service to Krishna by bringing one more soul closer to his lotus feet. But if you don't attempt at all, you will not even understand the potential candidates for preaching. You make an attempt. If they are becoming very envious, especially the fourth category is very special, abhyasuyati, envious. Those are very envious, you may stay away. But to know whether they are envious or not, you have to make an attempt, right? At least make an attempt. If they are favorable, then it's wonderful. But if they're not favorable, then you can stay away. But if they're favorable, you will be missing an opportunity to connect a person who has a favorable consciousness to become a devotee. Therefore, we should make an attempt. We should try our best. That's what Prabhupada also tried. That's what many acharyas have tried. We have to present this Krishna consciousness everywhere, far and wide. Some people who are fortunate, they are in mode of goodness, they are a little receptive, they can accept. And we can increase the number of devotees on the planet. But if they're envious, fine, you can stay away. Prema, Maitri, Kripa, Upeksha. You know, right? 4 ways in which a Madhyamadhikari connects with others. Prema, love for Krishna. Maitri, friendship with devotees. Kripa, mercy upon common people. Upeksha, staying away from envious people. So, this third category is potential candidate for preaching. They are innocent or ignorant. You go and enlighten them. They'll become devotees. Don't miss that opportunity. But if they're really envious and arrogant, then you can stay away from them. Right? Next. Idam Yaidam paramam guhyam madbhakteshvabhidhasyati Yaidam paramam guhyam madbhakteshvabhidhasyasi Yasyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mame vaishyasya samsayah Ya idam paramam guhyam, this parama guhya, supremely confidential instruction of Krishna, which is sarva dharman parityajya, and the entire Bhagavad Gita for that matter. Mad bhakteshu abhidasyati. If you discuss it with devotees, then Krishna says, bhaktim mayi param labdha, you will attain bhakti unto Krishna. Very important point. We spoke about presenting Bhagavad Gita to non-devotees. ignorant people, innocent people. Wonderful. But Krishna, you know what is saying? Mad bhakteshu abhidasyati. You discuss Bhagavad Gita with my devotees. Very important principle here. Don't just speak about Krishna to non-devotees in your preaching programs only. Sit with other devotees and discuss some Krishna Katha. Many times, many preachers, or at least some preachers, they open their mouth and speak Krishna Katha only in front of camera or some audience. Only to new people who need Krishna consciousness. Wonderful, that's amazing, no doubt. But such devotees should also show some inclination to sit with their co-sadhakas and discuss some Krishna Katha in their personal conversations with each other. That's what Krishna said in the 9th chapter. He's repeating it now also. What did Krishna say in the 9th chapter? Tell me. Mat chitta, mat gata prana, bodhayantaha parasparam. There should be parasparanukathanam also. We should not restrict our Krishna Katha only to Vyasasana. We should not be speaking Krishna Katha only in public gatherings, only in preaching programs, only to enlighten people, conditioned souls, become guru, Siksha Guru, this guru, that guru. Wonderful. We should do that. But we should not restrict Krishna Katha to those forums only. We should also bring in this culture of discussing about Krishna in our personal conversations with the devotees. I have been saying this multiple times. So we should have your friends, your study partners, or your co-sadhakas, your devotee friends with whom you can sit and share your Krishna conscious realizations, your understanding of Gita, Bhagavatam, what you relish in the process of bhakti. That's how you build friendships with each other. It is Krishna Katha that brings our hearts closer. All other topics that you discuss amongst yourselves, that may lead sometimes to arguments and difference of opinion, isn't it? You want to serve in this way and the others want to serve in that way. There may be conflict of opinion, conflict of interest. But when you speak Shastra, there's hardly any difference of opinion. Unless you're a great scholar. Scholars have difference of opinions. Sanskrit scholars, this and that, they may have different perspectives. But in general Krishna conscious philosophy, basic Krishna conscious philosophy, basic understanding of Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela is readily acceptable to everyone. And there is no possibility of difference of opinion amongst devotees in that. Thus, you can appreciate each other for your love for Krishna. So let's sit together and discuss Krishna Katha. Even though only one or two people are there in front of you. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is discussing Krishna Katha with Ramanand Rai alone. Only 2 people are sitting on the bank of Godavari. For 10 days they are discussing. There is no Pandal program with 1,000 people sitting in the audience. There is no Zoom call at YouTube Live. Nothing wrong in it. Let it happen. But where is private Krishna Katha? Where is personal conversation? Where is Parasparanukathanam? Where is Bodhayantaha Parasparam? Where is this Yehidam Paramam Guhyam Mad Bhakteshu Abhidasyati? Mad Bhakteshu. Not presenting Bhagavad Gita to those who are not yet devotees. Discuss Bhagavad Gita with devotees also. With devotees also. That's what Krishna is saying. Mad Bhakteshu Abhidasyati. Then if you do so, what did Krishna say? Bhaktim Mayi Param. You will get bhakti unto Krishna. When you discuss Bhagavad Gita with devotees, you will develop devotion for Krishna. Your devotion will increase. Not that your devotion will not increase if you speak to new people. That will also increase, but bhakteshu, relish with devotees. Then, mamye vaishyasya samshaya, you will come to me. Definitely. Next, nacha tasma manushyeshu kaschin me priyakrittamah bhavita nacha me tasmad anyah priyatamo bhuvi. Krishna went to the extent of saying that there is no one who is as dear to me in this planet as someone who discusses Bhagavad Gita with my devotees. Does it inspire you to discuss Krishna Katha with other devotees? It should inspire us. Let's sit with devotees, even in our private conversations, personal conversations, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, during prasadam time, when you are walking from here to Vrindavan Bihari Temple Hall, for example. It may take 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 7 minutes, depending on your pace of walking. On the way, instead of discussing, so many things on the planet, discuss some shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Of course, you may not have that rapport with everyone. At least we should have a few friends. At least a handful of friends with whom you can share Krishna Katha, speak direct Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Lila without any reservation, without any hesitation. You should look forward to do that only with them. That kind of friendships we should have. There are many service-based interactions, wonderful, let them go on. Some practical discussions, let them go on, no problem. If there is gossip, try to reduce it, make it zero as early as possible. But induce the element of Krishna-centered conversations. Discuss Bhagavad Gita, discuss Bhagavatam in your private conversations. That's the most effective way of, one of the most effective ways of becoming Krishna conscious. Right? Because discussion has a different way to nourish the heart. If you speak, definitely you will be nourished. If you hear, you will be nourished, no doubt. But if you sit together with equals, friends, and discuss, you are saying something, they are saying something. In that there is a special kind of nourishment that the heart experiences. When you are speaking, you are presenting your knowledge to others. That's amazing. Authentic, bona fide knowledge that you have acquired from Parampara, you are sharing with others. Amazing. When you are hearing, you are acquiring so much of knowledge about Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Lila. That is also amazing, no doubt. But when you discuss, it's a two-way communication, not one way. When you are speaking, your tongue is functioning. When you are hearing, your ears are functioning. But when you are discussing with other devotees, both will function. Right? They are saying something, your ears will function. And you are saying something, their ears will function, your tongue is functioning. Thus, in a discussion, you both are relishing. That's what is happening in Vrindavan. All the gopis together sit together and they discuss about Krishna's butter stealing pastimes. Gopas sit together, they discuss about Krishna's naughty pranks. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to Gambhira, he sits with Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami, three of them, only three of them. They discuss Krishna Katha for a long time. So, there is no one as dear to me as someone who discusses Bhagavad Gita with devotees. Krishna says, I'm not saying this, right? Read the translation loudly.
There is no servant in this world more dear.
Give him mic, give him mic. He'll be louder.
There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear.
Correct. Next, 70. What are the benefits of discussing Bhagavad Gita? 70. Adhyeshyete cha ya imam dharmyam samvadamavayoh jnana yagnena tenaham yishtahasyam iti me matihi. And I declare that he who studies this sacred conversation of ours worships me by his intelligence. You are studying, right? Last several weeks, 5 weeks, something like that? More than that? You have been studying since many years, since you began Krishna consciousness. So why should we discount all that? In GV, you are studying for 5 weeks or whatever. But anyways, by studying Bhagavad Gita, we are worshipping Krishna with our intelligence. This is worship of Krishna with intelligence. Next. Shraddhavan anasuyascha Srunuyadapi yo naraha Sopi muktaha shubha lokan Prapnuyat punya karmanam. And one who listens with faith and without envy becomes free from sinful reactions. When we hear Bhagavad Gita, we should hear with Shraddha. Shraddhavan means one who is faithful. Then anasuyascha. Anasuya means one who has no asuya, one who has no envy. Shraddhavan anasuyascha srunuyadapi yonaraha. One who hears without envy and with faith. Sopi muktaha shubhal lokan. He will be relieved from all sinful reactions and attains auspicious destinations. Next. Kachidetat shrutam partha tvayikagrena cetasa kachit ajnana sammoha pranashtah te dhananjaya. Pranashtaste dhananjaya. So kachit etat shrutam partha. O partha, O Dhananjaya, O conqueror of wealth, I have you heard this with an attentive mind? Now you tell, did you hear attentively Bhagavad Gita last 5 weeks or not? Krishna is checking with his student. Are your ignorance and illusion now dispelled? He's checking. Ajnana sammoha, kachit ajnana sammoha. Your ajnan, your ignorance, sammoha means your illusion, are they cleared? Because Arjuna said in the 2nd chapter. What is 2nd chapter, 7th sloka? Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha purichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha. I am dharma sammudha chetaha. Arjuna said, I am confused about my dharma. At the end of Gita, Krishna is saying, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. This is your dharma. Giving up all substandard dharmas, accepting shelter of Krishna is the ultimate dharma. Krishna said this, right? Now he's asking, he's checking. You said dharma sammodha chetaha, your mind is illusion. Is that sammoha gone? Kachit ajnana sammoha. Is your illusion cleared? Is your confusion and bewilderment completely cleared or not? Tell me. Because Prabhupada says, Krishna is ready to explain once again if Arjuna has not understood. Should we repeat Gita course? Although teachers may be ready, I am not sure about students whether they are ready or not. Even if we have not understood, sometimes we are not ready to hear again, right? Happens, right? Anyways, even if you want to hear again, time constraints are there in Kali Yuga. But Arjuna, sitting on the battlefield, Krishna standing on the battlefield, he is saying that even though we have not yet begun war on the battlefield, I am ready to explain once again. Are you ready to hear once again? So understanding Shastra should not be done in a rush. Of course, you should have a certain pace and all that. I am not against all that course. But ultimately, Shastra is best relished when you give it sufficient time and have some patience. We need to have patience in understanding things. Not in a scholarly way. At least we need to understand the essence of all of it. If Krishna has to revisit all the teachings, he may not start again from Karma Yoga and all that. And here also, when Arjuna said that too much for me, Vimrushita aseshena, you want me to deliberate on all your teachings and come to a conclusion, it's too much for me to come to a conclusion. Then what did Krishna say? He spoke the essence. 2 slokas. Manmana bhava mad bhakto sarvadharman parityajya. So, when you repeatedly read, you may not read everything back to back, cover to cover. You can. It's up to you. But at least we should get the essence. We may not get the full analysis. We may not repeatedly revisit the full analysis, but we should always be familiar with the essence. That's important. Again, you may not go through all the complete, technical details. You can go through. No, what is that? There's no restriction on that. It's up to you, it's your appetite. But we should not miss on the essence. Whether we understood completely or not, at least let's understand the essence. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Exclusively taking shelter of Krishna is the essential and conclusive message of Bhagavad Gita. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there are so many different yagnas. By doing this yagna, you will get this, you will get this, and ultimately you will get knowledge. Again, we may not be able to revisit all of that, right? Or we may not be able to implement all of that also. Some things are little difficult to implement, some things are not necessary to implement also. In the 9th chapter, Krishna spoke about, 10th chapter, Krishna spoke about Shat Chakra Yoga. You remember Shat Chakra Yoga? 8th chapter. 8th chapter he spoke about Shat Chakra Yoga. You may not repeat it, or you may not practice it. So some details are there. Krishna presented some details to provide a contrast, or the part of explanation he presented. But essence we should not miss. Now we are discussing in the class for 1 hour or 2 hours and all. Are you writing every word? No. You are taking notes of very important points, key points, right? Similarly, we should not miss out on the essence, right? Of course, every word is divine. We can relish every word. If you have the appetite and bandwidth to repeatedly read every single word, that's amazing. Please go ahead. But at least do this much. Focus on the essence. Practice that essence. Now, let's see Arjuna's response. Nashto moha smritir labdha tvat prasadan mayachyuta sthitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Nashto moha. Arjuna confirmed. Yes, Krishna, in one hearing only. Nashto moha. All my confusions are gone. But for us, we may need more readings. But for Arjuna, one reading in the battlefield, only shlokas, not purports. No explanation. He heard only shlokas directly, Sanskrit shlokas. He understood everything. But Bhagavad Gita, even now also, many scholars are breaking their head to understand what is karma in akarma, akarma in karma, action in inaction, inaction in action. Too much for them to digest. But as I said, I understand everything. Don't worry. Nashto moha. All my confusions are gone. Nashto moha smritir labdha. I regained my memory. Not that he regained the memory that he's a Kshatriya. That's not the memory he's talking about. I regained my memory means I was a bit confused about my duty, about my perspective of the whole situation. I regained that perspective. Actually, as a pure devotee, he already knows everything. But by Krishna's will, Arjuna is in confusion so that we get Bhagavad Gita. Right? So, sometimes very exalted devotees, pure devotees also act as if they are confused and bewildered, so that through their bewilderment, Krishna gives us a message. Right? So coming here, Nashto moha smritir labdha. All my confusion is gone. Tvat prasadan mayachyuta. My confusions are gone because of your prasada, because of your mercy. Sthitosmi gata sandeha. All my doubts are cleared. Karishye vachanam tava. This is the main point. I will act according to your instruction. What did Krishna say? Yathechisi tatha kuru. What did Arjuna say? I will do whatever you want me to do. So Krishna did not force Arjuna. Krishna simply said, I give you knowledge, you deliberate on it, you come to a conclusion. You deliberate on what I presented to you, you come to a conclusion, and you do whatever you want to do. And Arjuna says, I will do whatever you want me to do. This is surrender. See, surrender means voluntary spirit. We cannot surrender forcefully. Krishna doesn't want forced surrender. He wants voluntary surrender. If I need water, if somebody gives me water out of love, I'll be comfortable to accept it. But if somebody throws the water bottle at my face, hey, lelo, I might not be very comfortable to drink it, isn't it? Why is he doing like this? We may feel a bit uncomfortable. If you cannot accept forced service from someone, or somebody is forcing someone to give you water, hey, get up and give water. Go. It's okay, no, I don't need. You have to give. Samjha ka? Then he's getting up and then neglectfully just putting water on my face. Then I'm not very happy and comfortable to receive that service. If we cannot receive forced service, if we are not comfortable to receive forced service, how can we expect Krishna to receive forced service? Therefore, Krishna doesn't want us to serve him or love him out of force, out of obligation. He wants us to serve him with pure sincerity and voluntary spirit. Krishna told Arjuna, you do whatever you want. Arjuna said, Krishna, I surrender to you, I will do whatever you want me to do. So there is, from the authority's side, he gave complete freedom to make a choice. You are not obliged to follow me. You are not being forced to follow me. You follow your heart. Whatever your heart says, you follow that. Arjuna said, yes, my heart says I must follow you. There is a voluntary spirit in the subordinate's heart, and there is accommodative spirit in the authority's heart. Authority is accommodative here. Krishna is accommodative. Krishna, Arjuna, I will accommodate you whatever you want. But this is the best thing. Up to you. You decide. Krishna said, I will do whatever I want. So, ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita is, we need to align our free will with the will of Krishna, and that's the perfection of our free will. We need to align our plans and desires and aspirations with the expectations of Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. We need to voluntarily make a choice to serve Krishna according to his expectation. That is the ultimate message of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna never fought in the battle of Kurukshetra out of force, out of obligation. He fought as a humble, menial servant of Krishna with complete voluntary spirit. In Arjuna's case, it is fighting. In your case, something else, some other service. Right? But we need to act for Krishna. We need to act to please Krishna. Samsiddhir haritoshnam. That's the perfection of our free will. Because Krishna has given us free will, let us utilize this free will in his service. Voluntarily, not forcefully. So next, Karishya Vachanam Tava is over. 74th sloka. Sanjaya is concluding. Are you feeling that I'll be missing Gita reading from tomorrow? Anyone like that? Developed so much of bonding with Gita. Are you going to miss this? Right? So sometimes when you're reading some books now, oh, this book has come to conclusion already. Oh, 2 more slokas, 4 more slokas done. Only 2 pages more. So that gives you a feeling of separation. But don't worry, you can again start from the first page. Right? It will remain fresh. Because the content is fresh and you don't remember much anyways. Right? Therefore, Gita you can read repeatedly, it is always fresh. Next. Sanjaya Uvacha Ityaham Vasudevasya Parthasya cha Mahatmanah Samvadam imam Ashrausham Adbhutam Roma Harshanam Ityaham Vasudevasya Parthasya cha Mahatmanah. Here is a wonderful sacred conversation between Vasudeva and Partha, both are Mahatmas. And Samvadam imam Ashrausham. So this Samvada I have heard. Somehow Sanjaya had some special power to become aware of the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna by the blessings of Vyasadeva. Adbhutam, it's wonderful. Roma Harshanam, it makes hair stand on end. So Sanjaya is getting excited. All the conversations between Krishna and Arjuna are giving me goosebumps. Sometimes this conversation will give us perspiration more than goosebumps. Right? So we will perspire more than goosebumps. Sveda, Ashru, Pulaka, Kampat, Ahate, Bhushan. Mahaprabhu's ornaments are Sveda, perspiration. Ashru, tears. Kampa, trembling. And Pulaka, goosebumps. These are the ecstatic symptoms of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when conditioned souls are struggling, sadhakas, neophyte devotees study Bhagavad Gita, they get Sveda, perspiration, unable to understand what's happening there. Ashru, tears, my God, what is this chapter? Especially 13th chapter. Kshetra, Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga, 5th chapter. That is Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Some are too complicated to understand, right? The other day we were discussing 12.12, 12th chapter, 12th sloka, how complicated it is. Shreyo hi gnana abhyasat. We spent more than 1 hour. Next day we revised also. Ashru, tears in understanding Bhagavad Gita. Polaka, very rare. Kampa, definitely, very common. Kampa is trembling. But when we have the right consciousness, when our consciousness is evolved, we will relish Bhagavad Gita. And what is the way of acquiring that evolution of consciousness? Read. Keep reading. So when we keep on reading and making an attempt to understand, our consciousness becomes sufficiently purified, then we can relish better. Don't expect to understand Gita or Bhagavatam or any other scripture in your first reading. You will get a glimpse of it, that's all. Don't try to master, don't try to conquer. Anyways, it will not happen. So we need to approach Bhagavad Gita with a begging bowl. Oh Arjuna, oh Krishna, oh Sanjaya. With a begging bowl, we should beg all these great personalities. Oh Prabhupada, oh Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, oh Ramanujacharya. All of them have explained Bhagavad Gita, right? We should go with a begging bowl to the Bhagavad Gita, the speaker of Bhagavad Gita, the hearer of Bhagavad Gita, the commentators of Bhagavad Gita. Go to them with begging bowl, begging for some understanding of Gita, begging for some taste to understand Gita and to apply the teachings of Gita. Then we'll understand better. After 10th reading, 20th reading, 100th reading. Right? But now we got an overview. This is the first cut. Please go ahead. Then Vyasa Prasadat Shrutavan Etad Guhyamaham Param Yogam Yogeshwarat Krishnat Sakshat Kathyatah Swayam. By the mercy of Vyasadeva, I understood his confidential talks and I repeated now. Next, Rajan Samsmritya Samvadam Imam Adbhutam Keshavarjuna Yoha Punyam Hrishyami cha Muhurmuhu. Rajan Samsmritya, oh Raja. He is speaking to Dhritarashtra, right? Samsmritya. I am repeatedly remembering the conversation between Arjuna and Krishna. And Samvadam idam adbhutam. This is wonderful samvada, wonderful conversation. Then Keshava Arjuna yoha punyam. The conversation between Keshava and Arjuna is punyam, very divine, very pious. Hrishyami cha muhurmuhu. And I am relishing it, I am thrilled at every moment. Then Tacha Samsmritya Rupam Atyadbhutam Harehe Vismayo me Mahan Rajan Hrishyami cha punah punah. Tacha Samsmritya. By remembering this again and again, Rupam Ati Adbhutam Harehe. And I am also remembering the form of Krishna. Not only the teachings of Krishna in the Gita, remembering the form of Krishna also. Vismayo me Mahan Rajan. Vismaya. I am getting astonished. Moment by moment. Hrishyami cha punah punah. I am smiling, I am rejoicing again and again. So Sanjaya is getting this kind of realizations. Now last shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Yatra Yogeshwaraha Krishna Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhuter Dhruva Nitirmatir Mama. Yatra Yogeshwaraha Krishna, wherever Yogeshwara, master of all mystic powers, Krishna is present. Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, wherever the master of Dhanur Vidya, our Arjuna is present, Tatra, at that place, four things happen. Number one, Shri. Shri means wealth, right? Opulence. Vijaya means victory. Bhutihi means exceptional power. Then Nitihi, morality. So four things. Shrir, Vijaya, Bhuti and Niti. Shri is beauty or opulence, wealth. Then Vijaya is victory. Bhuti is exceptional power. And Niti is morality. So all these things will manifest wherever Krishna and Arjuna are present. And you can invoke the presence of Krishna and Arjuna even today, after 5,000 years, by reading Bhagavad Gita. Matir Mama, this is the opinion of Sanjaya. So with this, we concluded our Bhagavad Gita course. Thank you so much for being here at Govardhanika village. You came from different cities in India. You came from beyond India, from Australia, from what other countries? Kenya and Argentina. What other? New York, Los Angeles, America. So I sincerely thank all of you. This batch has so many devotees, not only in numbers, but varieties, different backgrounds of devotees. All of you have come together to study Bhagavad Gita. So this, and at Govardhan Village during Chandan Yatra time. So these are very special moments in your life, I'm sure. Sitting together with so many devotees every day, trying to understand Gita, discuss and write exams, remember shlokas. I'm not sure how much are you doing personal study and doing parasparana kathanam, bodhayantaha parasparam, idam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshu abhidasyati. If you have not done it, you can do in the remaining portion of Bhakti Shastri also. But this Bhagavad Gita lays a wonderful philosophical foundation for our spiritual life. When we understand Bhagavad Gita, we can lead our devotional life without any confusions. No philosophical confusions. Other confusions can come, but this philosophical clarity can clear those confusions that you might encounter in your practical life, in your day-to-day life, in interactions with others. So don't think that it is the end of your Gita study. It's a beginning of more deeper, more analytical, more meditative, more introspective, more contemplative Gita study. So let this be an auspicious beginning. I thank all of you, my sincere gratitude to all of you for being here. And if there are any inconveniences from our side in course administration or general facilities and logistics, kindly forgive us. And it means a lot to us that you are taking out your valuable time, coming all the way from different countries to come and study here. And we feel very honored to be of some service to you. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions or comments? Yes, Prabhu. You can even share your experiences of reading Gita also, few minutes.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Krishna wants our surrenders voluntarily. So my question is, Krishna has created in this material world the hellish planet and modes of material nature. Is this not how we can take it? Is a force to surrender to him?
Krishna tries to reclaim the conditioned souls in various ways. One way, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, is creating this material world. Why he has to create this material world? Because the conditioned soul has a desire to enjoy separate from Krishna. Okay, let me give an example. Propose example. In the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 24th chapter, in the Rudra Gita purports, Prabhupada writes. Simple, one line analogy he gives. A mother nicely cooks a nice meal and feeds her children. But sometimes children are not very excited to eat it. They say, Mother, I will not eat the food that you have cooked. Why? I want to cook myself. So they want to become cooks. Mother says, you cannot cook. You will cut your fingers while cutting vegetables. You will burn your hands while dealing with fire. So you cannot cook. Better you eat the food that I have cooked. But the children say, no, we want to cook separately. We want to cook. Mother may take the kids as an assistant in cooking. They say, no, we want to lead cooking. So will the mother allow small children to go and cook in kitchen, deal with fire, deal with knives, deal with chili powder, deal with mirchi? Definitely not, right? So mother gives some toys. Toy kitchen set, right? In a toy kitchen set, there is a stove, gas stove. You turn on, a bulb will glow. There are some plastic utensils. There is some vegetable made of wax. I don't know if you have seen toy utensils, toy kitchen set, kids play. So mother gives those toys and the child will imagine that they are cooking so much. Wonderful cooking. They are making paratha. Have you taken your breakfast today? Not yet, right? My God. I'm giving this example, delaying your breakfast. What's the time now?
10:15.
10:15. Okay, I'll end in 2 minutes, 5 minutes. So mother will give toy kitchen set to children, and the children are imitating mother. They are doing imitation cooking, thinking that they are cooking. They are great chefs, but they are only imagining to cook some items, but nothing is happening. They are just playing. Mother says, come, enough playing, come and eat now. No, we are very busy cooking. Fine. After some more time, mother sends a servant maid. I will go and call these fellows. Servant maid goes and says, please come, enough playing, come. No, we are very busy cooking. Now I am in the middle of making biryani. You understand this? I am in the middle of making pulao. You understand this? And sometimes the kids while playing, they fight with each other. My cooking is better than your cooking. My paneer sabji is tastier than your paneer sabji, your soran sabji. They compete with each other. No cooking is happening, but they compete with each other also. And finally, after so many hours of cooking, the kids will become exhausted, tired, hungry, and they come to the mother and says, we are hungry. I am also hungry now. I also didn't take breakfast. So I am very hungry. Mother says, you have made so many preparations, right? Your menu is so elaborate. You have made a 10-course feast. I only have 2 items. It's okay. I want these 2 items only. No, you have made so many items. That's all games only. That's all imagination only. We have not made any items that will not fulfill our hunger. I want the real food cooked by you, mother. Mother has been waiting for this for a long, long time. Mother happily feeds the children. Story is nice. Now answer to your question. Just as the mother gave toy kitchen set to the children because they wanted to imitate the mother in cooking, similarly Krishna gives this material world to the conditioned soul because they wanted to imitate Krishna. Krishna is the enjoyer, I want to be the enjoyer. Krishna is the proprietor, I want to be the proprietor. He is the master, I want to be the master. The conditioned soul has a tendency to imitate Krishna in controllership, proprietorship, masterhood. Therefore, the Lord says, you be in the material world and check whether you are able to control things. Then, while the conditioned soul is trying to explore his sense pleasures, while trying to control this material nature, you know what Krishna does? Krishna gives instructions to the conditioned soul in the form of Shastras. Just as the mother had given good advices to children, similarly Krishna gives his good advice in the form of Shastra. Then mother had sent servant maid also, right? Similarly Krishna sends his representatives, the acharyas, to enlighten the conditioned souls. Sometimes mother personally comes and tells the children, right? Similarly Krishna personally comes as incarnations to bring them back to his lotus feet. Just as the mother was waiting for the conditioned soul, waiting for the children to stop these games and get frustrated with the game and then come back to her, similarly Krishna waits for the conditioned soul to get frustrated in his attempts to enjoy in this material world and surrender to him. In this there are 5 things. Through creation of the material world, through arranging frustration in this material world, through Shastras, through Acharyas, through incarnations. In these 5 ways, Krishna tries to reclaim the conditioned souls. Ultimately, the purpose of material creation is to reclaim the conditioned souls. And Krishna does it through the creation also, creation of this material world, like toy kitchen set. But why mother has to give toy kitchen set? Mother can slap the child, hey, eat. Sometimes mother does that also. My mother has done it for me. But unless the curiosity of the child is satisfied, the child may not sustain. Child may not continue with mother's food. He is always curious. If he is forced now, tomorrow again he wants to cook. Mother has to fulfill the curiosity once. Similarly, Krishna doesn't force the conditioned soul. He allows the conditioned soul to explore his curiosity, to enjoy separate from Krishna, and when he is frustrated, then Krishna is there for him. Okay? Any other question, comment? Today we are also celebrating the birthday of Gauranga. Where is he? He's missing.
Yes.
He's outside.
Towards the rest now.
Okay. Fine. Any other question, comment? You're hungry, I know. Let's conclude here. Let's, although he's not here, let's wish Gauranga a happy birthday and pray for him. Let him come back at least. We will conclude here. When he comes back, then you can wish him. Thank you. Hare Krishna. We don't want you to wait.